So, hi everyone, this is Yash here. Welcome to a fresh episode of Dapp Library. This time we have Frontier Wallet with us. We have Yash and we have Vetri from the team. So, I think maybe we can start with a small introduction about you folks and then we'll just jump into the other things. So, uh, yeah, folks, go ahead. Where are you? Where are you guys based out of? What's happening and everything? How's the weather? And you can just tell us anything that you want to.
Cool. Hello, everyone. This is Yash. So I lead product at Frontier. So I play a chief product officer role. Um, I kind of are responsible for product decisions like strategy, direction, what feature to add, what strengths look like, and what needs to be done on the product side. I am based out of India, Bangalore. The weather looks, it's rainy, and yeah, Bangalore being known for its weather, it's pretty cool. Yeah, over to Vetrichevlan.
Hi, hi all. Betri, I'm the CTO of Frontier Wallet. So a little bit background about what's Frontier, what we are doing here. So Frontier started off as a DeFi aggregation layer back in 2019. We went live with Alpha around early 2020s. DeFi aggregator meaning at the time only Maker and Compound were the only available DeFi protocols on Ethereum. Okay. So there wasn't a place for you to kind of look into your portfolio or see how that happens or manage it. So Frontier started off as a mobile app where you can view a portfolio of your Maker and Compound positions in one place. That's how it started out of us. And then from there on, we moved on to become a wallet ourselves. So what we saw is there isn't an easier way for people to access dApps inside mobile wallets. So that's how Frontier started. So the earlier product was you can connect to other wallets like MetaMask or Trust and then execute actions on your positions. So that's how it started off. But then becoming a wallet was the right path for us because combining the capabilities of native dApps, which we are already doing with our portfolio aggregator, and then making it native with the wallet inbuilt, right? So that makes Frontier a very good pair for people to kind of navigate the DeFi space and dApps without ever leaving their wallet or the mobile application. So Frontier kind of moved in that direction. And from there on, we have started supporting multiple chains and then multiple dApps natively. And then we try to add whatever we felt that makes sense to be a native application, like swap, bridges, everything, whatever you can expect of till now. And then we recently launched our extension on Chrome. And then we've also launched our bundle, which is a portfolio aggregator for all your EVM and non-EVM chains to look at in one place. So we are stepping out our third year, fourth year actually. So we have come a long way since where we have started. So yeah, we're excited to kind of support Shardeum in our wallet.
Interesting. So as you said that you folks have been here since 2019. Is that is that the year, right?
Yeah, yes, 2019,
Okay.
end of 2019.
Yeah, so it's pretty. When you talk about Web3 startups or people building on the products on Web3, it's a lot to be very honest. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
I think you. As you said that initially you were a DeFi portfolio tracker, right? Is that's what you
Yes.
meant, right? Yeah,
Yes.
and then you pivoted to or you shifted to wallets. So and I think so. What I'd like to know is, you've already given a small intro to Frontier, but maybe you can expand it on, expand on, what's happening right now and how many users are currently using Frontier and everything about it. So maybe a small introduction to that front would also help.
Okay, so right now, as I said, we are expanding to a multi-chain ecosystem. We're supporting close to 60 plus chains in our wallet. And then our active user base is around say it fluctuates between 50 to 70 to 120K or something of the sorts. So that's how it is right now. And so what we are working on currently is kind of adding more support on our bundle side. Like we are expanding our support to Cosmos, and then like the newer chains that are coming in. We are mostly excited about Shardeum because Shardeum is coming from the Indian ecosystem, and then like we were in the Indian wallet for quite some time, so we are excited to like start supporting Shardeum in that space. So we are working there, as well as we are also working on making our mobile app even more friendlier, adding hardware support, and then we are also like kind of coming up with our own MPC wallet, like kind of to improve the wallet UX. That will happen in another, like I say, 3-4 months or something else, or like 2-3 months down the line. So we're working on that. So that's what we are mainly excited about, because we are trying to solve, like earlier on, Frontier started as a product to solve a UX problem. That's why the DeFi aggregator has even kind of the idea has even like kind of came to our mind. So as we see, this space requires a lot of UX problems to be solved before it can go mainstream. So one of them is like kind of the onboarding. So we are trying to solve that using our MPC feature. So that's what we're mainly excited about going forward. Yeah, that's about it mainly.
I'm pretty lost on the NPC feature you talked about, but we'll come to that later. I want to I mean, before that, what I wanted to add here is, as you said, that you folks have been building for mobile, and I mean, by the way, is there an extension as well for Frontier, or is it just it's just based on mobile at the moment?
No, it's I mean there's extension and then there is a mobile app as well. So we are on multiple platforms.
Got it, got it. Because so when you talk about mobiles, I mean these days, I mean this is something which most of the builders are currently focusing on web. But and like there's a huge space left out on mobile. So and like when I use mobile applications, like all the DeFi and other applications, I have to go to the websites and all in order to interact with that. So it's a, I mean, it's a good problem that you folks are currently solving. Coming to
Yeah.
so like as as Vetri mentioned that you folks have been here since 2019. So I want to know that the people or the team building Frontier, and how did it all start, and how many people are there, where are they based out of, and everything, like all the details that you can give us.
Where do you want to go?
Okay. Yeah. So actually, like kind of Ravindra, our CEO, is the guy who brought us the crypto and mainly DeFi mostly. Ravindra was the ex-CTO of Dapp, and then he was working on Woodstock as a CTO. And then from there on, he moved on to kind of co-found like Frontier. So I joined with them, and then like kind of we have brought in people who close us like to kind of build the product and see how the POC works, and then from there on we moved on. So like kind of right now, the leadership team is like Ravindra, the CEO, me, CTO, Yash, the CPO, and then Philip, who's the COO, and then Dhaval, who's the CPTO of Frontier. So this is the leadership team, and then like kind of we have close to like 30 plus on the tech team. So that's mostly the iOS, Android, and extension along with the bundle or newer product. So that's how big is our team is. We are a remote company, but most of them are based out of Bangalore, and then kind of Delhi, Chennai, and Canada, and like that. So that's how our team is distributed. So yeah, that's about our team and our folks.
Interesting. A lot of people. I mean, this is the mixed culture. I mean, even we at Shardeum are a distributed team. There are so many people from different countries, different parts of India working together. So I wanted to ask you one more thing, and I think this is a question that you must be getting a lot. So what I want to ask you is, what makes Frontier special? I mean, there are multiple wallets already out there. So what exactly, why should a person use Frontier instead of other wallets?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, yes.
Okay. So, if you look at the wallet space, right? So you have primarily wallets for specific ecosystem. If you take MetaMask, it's primarily focused on Ethereum. There are some news that they are getting into other ecosystem as well, but nothing is being concrete, right? And you have Kepler for Cosmos and similarly. So as an end user, you end up uh, using multiple wallets, which again like becomes challenging in terms of learning curve, in terms of UX challenges, specifically in terms of using different wallets, and security also becomes an important piece. I think while we call ourselves as a multi-chain wallet, but we are also like a multi-ecosystem wallet, right? Um, so we are on Ethereum-based chains. The most of the Ethereum-based chains are supported. Even you can go and add a custom network and start with Ethereum-based networks. And we are also on Cosmos, Polkadot, Near, and other L1s like Solana, Aptos, Sui. So at Frontier, it's like a one wallet for most of the majority of the ecosystems that are popular. So that's been like one primary differentiator factor of Frontier, because most of the wallets out there only support either fewer ecosystem or a specific ecosystem. Second is, of course, on the security side, we've been working. We are a self-custodial wallet or a non-custodial wallet. With your seed phrase, you can move around, and you can actually use single seed phrase across different ecosystems. So we are, where Vetri said, the MPC is a data thing that we are working on, where we want to make it even more secure for users to come on board and have the simple Web2 kind of onboarding experience, and still have the security of Web3 in terms of the private key and the MPC. That's where MPC comes in, where it actually shards the key and kind of puts it on different devices. So right now we are kind of working on if a user comes in and creates a wallet on extension, one of the on extension, another start will get on mobile. So you will use mobile to like probably authenticate every transaction. So it becomes a two-factor authentication in a simple way. That way, it makes it much more secure, right? So, these are probably two USP or the main difference factors at Frontier.
Got it. It makes sense. So if I tell you my experience, I have been using multiple chains, and I have
Yeah,
multiple wallets for it. I have a Sui wallet for Sui. Like it's
yeah, yeah.
yeah, for all the other ecosystem or all the other L1s, I have like multiple wallets out there. So it
Yes,
makes sense.
yes.
And it's just like the my extension or my extension bar has become messy. So now is my time to get a Frontier wallet. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I think that makes sense. Coming to one more question, which I wanted to ask you, since like again, like as you mentioned, and you've been here since 2019, want to understand how has been the community response so far for Frontier.
The community response been pretty good, right? So initially, I think we were a wallet for some of the chains like Harmony. We actually processed a lot of transactions through Frontier. I think somewhere about $250 million dollars of transactions went to Frontier. I think for some of these chains, which kind of came in early when they didn't had, the kind of share markets. The wallets were not supporting this chain. I think that's where like Frontier really worked out. Where we started supporting some of these chains that are early, and we became probably the preferred wallet or an early wallet for this ecosystem. So likewise, I think that's been like one of our primary focus while we are a multi ecosystem wallet. When with our efforts, we actually try to work with chains, specifically our ecosystem very specifically to make it kind of more customized or personalized to that specific ecosystem.
Got it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I wanted to ask you something, and like as Vetri mentioned in the beginning, and then you were also mentioning about it. I want to understand what exactly. I mean, I have heard that like it adds an security layer, and then to a wallet, or to a wallet creation or something like that. Uh, and I think people don't have to store their own. I mean, they don't have to save their own secret phrase or something like that. But I'd like to know from you folks on what exactly is the MPC technology that you're talking about.
So, MPC stands for multi-party computation. So it's a known tech in generally in tech, that's one of the approach. So in crypto or in Web3, the way MPC is being introduced is even today, your seed phrase or the private key is still a single point of failure, right? If you lose it, you lose control to all your crypto. So the simple way is you either go for a custodial solutions where there is another custodian who takes control of your keys, and you are kind of prone to this, let's say recent example of FTX or some of this centralized exchanges probably misusing the funds or going bust. This again becomes an issue, right? So you're actually compromising security for or freedom or control for the students or the trust that comes from the custodian. So private key is still an issue. That's kind of becomes a single point of failure. So MPC technology through MPC, so we are kind of making it distributed. Right? So it's again going back to the ethos of Web3 or blockchain, where everything is decentralized. So likewise, the private key will also be decentralized. So when I say decentralized, so imagine you are creating a wallet on your extension, browser extension on let's say Chrome. So when you do that, you are actually not downloading any C phrase or any private key. Instead, it just stores a shard, or when I say shard, it's like pieces of the private key, right? So you can even shard it as per your need, and I mean this kind of configuration and settings will be provided by the wallet. There are actually wallets with different methods of MPC, because MPC also comes up with different approaches. Um, so one of the shard is, let's say, it's stored in your extension, and another shard is stored in your mobile, right? So now it acts as a two-factor authentication. But when you're signing, let's say you initiate a transaction on any Dapp using your extension, a pop-up comes on your mobile, and you go and approve the transaction. So now what's happening is, so the key is decentralized. The part of the key is on your extension, part of the key is on our mobile. When the sign signature happens, or when you sign a transaction on any Dapp, so both of the keys kind of come together. I mean, technically, there is never a case where a single key gets formed. I mean, that's the key part, right? If the key again gets formed, then it becomes prone to attack or malicious actors. So that's where the signature gets generated even after having this chart. And then you are completely eliminating this problem of having a single key where if you lose it, you're going to lose control to your crypto. So let's say you lose your extension. So there's a mechanism where through your backup file or different methods you can actually recover the entire wallet. So I mean you can even break the keys into as many shards you want. That again depends on the mobile wallet or like any wallet provider who is doing this. But otherwise, you are actually eliminating this single point of failure, which is the key itself.
Correct. Understood. Um, that makes sense. We'll move ahead. Wanted to add one more thing. I mean, wanted to ask you one more thing here. So, what's exciting that we can look forward to? What's exactly coming? I mean, is there something that you folks are working on right now? Some exciting features or something? Give us some alpha about that.
I mean, the basic is the main thing that we are primarily working on right now. So with MPC, we want to make this whole the key generation and the signing part pretty seamless. Make it equivalent to your vector experience. So that's been like one of the main things that we are working on at the moment.
Got it, got it. Cool. I think I mean, we have discussed a lot of things.
Yeah.
What we can do next is maybe one of you can share your screen, take us through Frontier Wallet, and maybe just give us some experience. I mean, a real time experience of how the wallet is.
Okay, so yeah, let me share my screen.
Awesome.
Let me know once you guys see the screen.
Yes. Also, are you folks live on Shardeum at the moment? Like there's one network which is currently live. It's called Sphinx Dapp. So are you live on that?
Um, I don't get your question. Like, what exactly are you asking?
I mean, is Frontier live on Sphinx Dapp currently? It's a network by Shardeum.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
got
Yeah,
it.
Liberty. I mean, like the new upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, guys, like I need to like kind of restart my Discord because it asked me for my phone. Give me like kind of
Yeah, sure.
minute.
By the time I can have a chat with Yash
Yes.
about how there are two Yash. The Yash name is so common these days.
Yeah.
And in Web3 especially, I see a lot of people named Yash. But anyway, we'll not go off topic. We'll wait for Web3 to join in. Um, Raise your hand, Vetri, if you're here in the audience. I can't see you at the moment.
No, I think he's here.
Okay, he's here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Like there were some permissions that I need to give on that please. So yeah, Yash, like we are live on like kind of Shardeum Sphinx Dapp. Like you have to manually add it though because like
Yeah.
the mainnet like we already have it live and once you install it directly have it. Let me share your screen and let's go through like, what
Awesome.
exactly I'm talking about. So what I will go through was I'll like kind of show you how to set up a Frontier wallet and then the kind of I'll also show you how to interact with like kind of I'll pick one Dapp and then show you how to interact with using Frontier wallet. Okay.
Awesome. Sounds
So,
good.
yeah. Guys able to see my screen?
Yes, we can. Let's go. Nice.
So this is a website. Go download. Oh. Create a new wallet. It's going to be a dummy wallet. I will not be using it. But, yeah.
So the people watching us, do save your seed phrase.
Yeah. So that is how you set up a wallet. So let me go to one which is already set up with all the things available. Okay, so once you kind of go inside, you might see by default you will see Ethereum.
I don't think
So
I don't think I can see
oh,
your
you're
screen.
seeing the other one.
Yeah,
The
I
other
can
one.
just see the your Google Chrome.
Yeah, so one second. So that's how you set up a wallet. Let me show the other wallet, like where I already set up with everything
Mm-hmm.
there. Can you see the screen?
Um, it, yes.
Okay. So this is the wallet that has been set up. Um, so um, so we have Shardeum Sphinx already, like kind of by default, it's already available. Um, and then also like I've added Shardeum Sphinx Dapp today actually for our demo. So we have a list of all the test networks available, all EVMs, all Cosmos, Nears, and Polkadot, everything available in one place for you to kind of take a look. So let's move on to Shardeum. Shardeum things. So right now Shardeum is in testnet. So this is how it will look. So once we kind of go to mainnet, we'll see something different. So right now, the only actions you can do is send and receive on Shardeum. On Shardeum Sphinx, right? Let's do an action here. So right now I've overridden MetaMask and every wallet using Frontier. So it will automatically connect here. Shardeum Sphinx. And let's do some action. Swap.
So there's a feature of overwriting other wallets as well.
Yeah, either you can kind of use it by default or like kind of overriding other wallets, or you can use it as a standalone as well. For instance, Swap didn't have Frontier there, but Ice Cream Swap had, I guess. Um, well, that had injected. So wherever it is not added, you can kind of override using MetaMask, but whichever wallet you do, and then it can work there. So I'm doing swapping, so approving the transaction. So yeah, the transaction went through. So yeah. So now the wallet has swapped tokens. So right now being on testnet, we have to manually add the tokens. But once we go live, we will list out all the tokens that are available out there. And to top it off, we will also add transaction simulation, wherein you will exactly know what exactly the tokens you're sending and receiving when you sign a transaction, so that the users are not kind of scammed or something. So we will add that support natively, and also kind of all these things, whatever we are doing for mainnet, right? Swap bridge, everything will also come to Shardeum once we go live on mainnet.
Awesome, sounds good. And the platform I mean the wallet looks pretty neat. I'll also check out how the mobile wallet looks like once we go. I really like how Frontier has this where you can select all the chains. I mean not just the EVM chains but the other chains as well. So that's pretty interesting. I can see Cosmos, Near, and other I mean other chains as well. So that's pretty interesting. That everything is in one single place. So
Yes.
yeah.
So that's what we are trying to go the multi-chain ecosystem route, and also kind of we are also trying to give the best for whatever the chain we support. Like kind of if you look at our mainnet chains, right? Like you will see what I'm talking about. Like kind of from native swaps to bridges, not just in the extension. You can also see the same in our iOS and Android app as well. Also, like kind of native Dapp, which are available on our mobile apps. Like we have natively added support for some lending, taking, everything on our app itself. Like if you look at Cosmos, we have added native staking as well. So we can do the same there.
All right.
Whatever that's main for a particular chain, we will go ahead and add it directly on the extension, so you don't have to leave it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty interesting. Just wanted to also, so like I have seen, I mean, as of now, I mean, this is the Shardium test network. However, do you folks also support domain names on it, like Ethereum? I mean, ENS, Space ID, and other domain services. We have a native.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Got it. Got it.
Yes,
Cool.
yeah. Actually, we support that as well, like in our mobile wallet as well as here. So like whatever that's native to the platform, whatever that's
Mm-hmm.
mainly interesting or the users are trying to use, we try to support it as much as possible for us
Interesting.
to kind of give the user the experience that he kind of needs in a wallet.
Got it, got it. Awesome. I think that was a wonderful demo. So I mean, that's pretty much it. What I wanted to ask. Just one last question, which is, I mean, this is a personal question that I wanted to ask you folks. Um, so have you folks run a validator or a node on Shardium yet? We've been live since Feb. There are so many people running their nodes. And reporting or praising the network. So how has been your experience so far?
I think
If you
Ah,
tried.
yeah yeah
So
sorry,
we
go ahead.
tried running a node. I think team kind of did this, and the feedback being like I think the documentation is pretty solid on the Shardium side because I'm sure like team has tried different platforms and this is one of the highlights that the Shardium documentation was pretty good. And yeah, I think they tried it and got approved, and they did some experiments, and yeah, I think this is one of the key highlights or comment from the tech team.
Got it. It's I mean, so there have been a lot of people who have been praising, saying the validator or the node running process on Shardium is pretty easy as compared to the other networks out there, or the people who have been running different nodes. So that's one of the key things that even I have noticed. But anyway, that's pretty much it from my end. If you folks have anything that you would like to add before we conclude this, feel free to. So yeah, Vetri, Yash, please go ahead if there's anything that you'd like to add.
yeah. So we have created a real good experience for the Shardian community, like in terms of wallet experience. Do give us feedback, and then like kind of wherever we can improve, wherever things we can features we can add and stuff. We want Frontier to be the primary wallet for the Shardian ecosystem, and then we strive to add as much as possible from our end. So yeah, give us feedback, and then like feature requests, anything like if you go to if you go to our website, you can look at that's the feature request section. There's a support section like for your queries wherever required. So yeah, I mean like give us your comments and feedback. That's what I mainly ask from your community.
Yash, do you have anything?
So like I mentioned before, so we want to do a lot on an ecosystem specific level, right? So that's the store reason. I mean, especially Chardium, we picked up early, and we kind of added Chardium as one of the things in the list instead of user going and figuring out or searching on chain list or something like that, right? So we want to do more. We would love to hear more from the starting committee of what specific features or things that we can do. Like Vetri showed on Cosmos, we have done staking. We have done a lot of these features which have been requested by the users. We would love to hear more from the community and how can we make it more personalized to Shardium as a wallet.
Awesome. I think definitely the Shardeum community would, I mean, it would be their primarily wallet. Just to like, so just to let everybody know who's listening to us, it's frontier.xyz. So that's where you go and that's where you download the wallet. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it from my end. Thank you, Yash. Thank you, Vetri, for making time, joining us, and letting people know, give an intro to Frontier. Um, yeah, awesome. We'll see you another week on another episode of Dapp Library with another Dapp building on top of Shardium. Till then, bye bye. Have a good day, everyone.
Thanks.